Today we're going to work on the finishing part of our module, and we're going to do some heat setting of yarns. Now, of course, yarns would be heat set to maybe make them more bulky to look like wool, but the principle is the same, and we're going to think about crystal pleating. Pleats that don't come out. You could put them in the washing machine and they never come out. And that's a good thing, because if you went to cleaners and you had a cotton skirt that had pleats, you'd be paying about $1 to $2.50 a piece to have all of those pleats pressed back into your skirt. And you'd have to do that every time you cleaned it. So by using polyester yarns in our fabric, we're able to create a permanent pleat. And we see that that kind of comes and goes in fashion, but crystal pleating is something that is very popular, especially in children's wear, because we want it machine washable and easy care, but then also in comes and goes in fashion too, and especially in dresses. So we're going to look at how that process is done. We're going to be using something very simple. We're going to be using yarns today, or sewing thread, but you'll understand the concept of heat setting once we complete our lab. So this is our lab. It has 2 pages of answers and a page that is your direction here, but this is something that you could easily do at home. We're going to be working with, these are T-pins that we use in visual display, but you could use a regular sewing pin. You can even use a safety pin that has a nice long shaft here so that we can wind our thread around it. So I would want you to choose 2 different types of thread. Here I have taken something that's 100% cotton and 100% polyester. And this is all in the directions, but I just wanted to point this out. So I've got 2 different types of fibers here, and we're going to learn how they react to setting by heat. It's kind of similar to creating a spiral perm is what we're going to do today. So you're going to take your pin, and from your spool of thread, you're just going to wrap that around. Just start wrapping. And you want to do maybe about 3 to 5 inches there. You don't have to do a lot, just about that much, about 1 inch here, but about 3 inches to 5 inches of sewing thread all by itself. Once we have those done, I've got my polyester is white and my cotton is black. I'm going to put them on a little dish. You can use a dish that you have. You could use a pie pan, anything that will support these. And we're going to be putting them in a toaster oven. So if you don't have a toaster oven, maybe if you run home to mom, she's got a toaster oven that you can use for this experiment. And we're just going to put these in once I have them on my little pan here. You're just going to put those in, and literally in this funny toaster oven, we are heat setting our yarns. Commercially, we'd be using big machines that are hundreds of thousands of dollars, but they would be doing different types of operation. They might be crystal pleating, they might be doing a different type of fold over, so a print that has a fold over to it. But we're setting it in, and it's going to be permanent if it's put on polyester. If it's done on a fiber like cotton, once we wash it, it's going to come out, and so we'll be able to see that as part of our experiment. I'm going to leave this in here for about 3 minutes, and I'm going to check it so that make sure that nothing's catching fire in there. Well, we're ready to take out our experiment here. We're not cooking anything good to eat, but be sure to put your mitt on, because this is going to be terribly hot coming out of your toaster oven. And I want to show you that I just have my tooth here. Be very careful because they will be hot. So we're going to let them cool for a little bit here. In fact, I'm going to dump them out on my paper here. And one fact, unraveled itself on the way down, but I want you to see I've made my spiral perm right here. You can see that. And let's take the white one off. Now, do you remember what I used? My black was 100% cotton, and the white here is 100% polyester. So I'm going to lay these down. Kind of hard to see the white. I'll put it here and there. You can see that. So here's polyester, and here is our cotton. There's some questions in here that you'll be writing about, But one thing that you're going to be doing is putting a little bit of water on here. So go into the sink, put a little water on your fingers, and then I want you to come here and kind of run your fingers down it just a little bit. And I want you to notice what happens. What do you predict? I told you that cotton, if you wash it, you're going to lose all your pleats. Well, the same thing will happen here. If I put water on this, it's going to straighten out all of the nice little spiral we put in it. But polyester, the nature of heat setting, once I press it, it's going to be there forever. And so I can pull it a million times and it's going to go back to that original curl or the original heat set. This is really important in the industry for creating drama in things like the pleating, but also creating yarns like this that can then be woven to take on the look of wool. So something that's very nice and fluffy, we can make acrylic and polyester almost look exactly like a woolen piece, and that brings the price of a coat down almost 50 to 60% in the commercial market. So here's your lab, and you'll be attaching it to the piece of paper here, and again you can take a photo of it and upload that to our website on Canvas, and you'll be able to turn your lab in. I hope you have fun doing spiral perms with our thread, and if you have any questions, please know that you can email me and I will get right back to you. Thank you.